Hey everybody, it's me, once again, School Stories Part 2. You already know, let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to put this one. To put it simply, it doesn't matter where you are. In the hallway, in class, even outside of school. I can't go anywhere without either being assaulted or way worse. One time on my way to the pizza place, I encountered a classmate there, and the encounter ended with him grabbing my ass. But in all seriousness, the amount of 7th graders that are obsessed with touching another dude's areas is just very odd, to say the least. Long before time had a name, there was a website known as Scratch. For the entirety of 5th and 6th grade, this website was basically the only thing that was unblocked. But then this year, it was mysteriously blocked and no one knew why. Now, how do you think middle schoolers would have reacted to this information? Would they A, have acted responsibly and not lashed out? B, get angry but be unable to do anything in protest? Or C, forget about this situation entirely? Well, if you chose any of those answers, you're wrong. It's actually D. They illegally pirated websites in response to this to get literally any game they could have ever wanted. I kid you not, it started very basic with just using unblocked games websites, but then eventually those got blocked. So they ended up going on Discord servers to specifically I don't even know. And they tried to use these Discord servers to find even more websites to use. But then once the school found a way around that, they ended up paying actual money for something called a proxy, which basically makes it impossible for the school to track their data, up to $50. It was insane. There isn't much else to the story, so let's continue on, shall we? So essentially, I'm chilling in class, right? And I come to find that the cameras on the school Chromebooks are for some reason blocked. No idea why. I go around and start asking the teachers. But every single teacher I asked, they all had the exact same answer. That being, it's actually because students kept recording each other and teachers without their consent on the Chromebook cameras. You see, at first this explanation sounded plausible enough, but then I thought about it for literally 2 seconds, and that makes no sense. What's the point in banning one of the main school utilities that tons of classes were actually planning on using it for? I could name at least 3 projects that I needed the camera for, but they still somehow blocked it, which just doesn't make sense. And for anyone thinking, you don't need the the Chromebook camera, you can just use your phone camera. Well, you see, my principal apparently despises phones with every fiber of his being. I will literally get airstriked if I pull out my phone for 2 seconds. I'm not even kidding. So that isn't an option. And obviously, no one has access to, physical cameras, as our school clearly does not have budget for that. I thought I was never going to get the real answer, and I just accepted that and moved on. But that was until... So we were hosting some party at my house. The inside was full of different family members and whatever. But me, my older sister, and Sterling, the guy that got one line on my entire channel.
Any girls watching is 9142.
Shut up! Yeah, him. Well, you see, he walks over to my older sister, he's like, hey, look at this. And just flashes an 8th grader's nude. So yeah, after asking him about it, turns out they recorded these inappropriate videos on the school Chromebook. That's right. There was 8th grade... how do I describe this? There was cheese pizza recorded on school Chromebooks, which is the real reason they got blocked. What the actual fuck? Alright, let's do this. This one's probably going to be different than the other ones in the sense that because this one would be multiple small stories about the same topic rather than just one big story. So anyway, let's begin. From people being bullied into breaking up to actual sexual harassment, my school has some pretty bad stories, so let's just get into it. So, to start off, there was this girl who I'll call Taki. As you can probably assume, she really liked talkies. Now, this girl, Taki, she would try to quote-unquote flirt with me a lot, and it was just really weird and gross. At first, I was unsure what to do in response to this, but then I had an idea. So for months on end, the conversation would usually go like this. Now, don't get it twisted, I am a straight male. And she knew this. But it was the only way for me to get her to back off, by grossing her out more than she could gross out me. It worked well, and she eventually stopped, which is good. Now, that lasted until about the last full day of school before the half days. What happened was, This girl, I kid you not, started chasing me down the hallway. It was something straight out of an animation that cost $50,000. Like, I kid you not. But that's besides the point. No, the school didn't start clapping. This isn't a fake story. I'm serious. I have witness testimony. Anyway, here's the witness testimony if you don't believe me. Anyway, some other stories involve some kid literally getting essayed by like 7 dudes. Now, there is one more actual story that I want to say before I go. This one, as I was editing this video, Sterling himself messaged me and told me he wanted me to say this. So here you go. But anyway, that's all the stories I have, and I'll see you guys next time.